Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, it's Kelly with Embroidery Nurse. I'm trying to figure out if this is even working. So I'm going to look on a couple of different things. I'm trying out something new. Oh, someone says I'm early. Yay. I literally just went live. So awesome. Thanks for joining. That if you commented, that means you can see me. I'm not even, the crazy thing is I'm on StreamYard. Have y'all heard of this? I'm going to try it out. I think it's going to help. So let me just double check. I'm going to pull it up here as well. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. I think it says I'm live. Oh, I think it is. Awesome. Yay. Well, awesome. Well, y'all say hello when you get on. Let me know you're here. Let me just post real quick to one more area. And we'll get going. Okay, awesome. So, yay. Well, hey, Sheila, Amanda, Jasmine, Veronica, Christine. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. So I am, just wanted to pop on. The last question and answer that I did for my Sunday sit down, I pre-recorded it and I was like, why? Let me just do it on here. That way, if you guys want to ask questions, you can do that. I still have my pre-printed things on here. Oh, hey, Alicia and Nina and Nita and Eden and Macbeth and Bonnie. We've got Eden, you're from North Carolina. We've got Arizona, New Mexico. Oh, awesome. Kansas. Awesome. Well, welcome. So just in case you guys don't have any questions, I went ahead and had questions that people have been asking me and some really super duper amazing, exciting things that I have to share. So keep up. So excited you're here. Am I like completely glaring? You know, I have a ring light and I think, is it too glowy? Like if I get really close, it's glowy. Hi, we've got Massachusetts. Hello, hello. And I'm in my t-shirt, y'all. Just getting comfy. So, all right. Hope this StreamYard works. I'm liking it so far. Washington, D.C., East Tennessee, California. How awesome. So I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, that's too glowy. I can't even. I am in North Carolina and we just moved to the beach. So crazy. I think that's better. Yeah, maybe I'm not so much like a sunshine. Okay. Thank you. Think it looks fine. Perfect. All right. So let me just go ahead and jump in and I'm going to start with some of the questions. I get questions regularly. I try to answer them as you ask them on YouTube in the comments section, but sometimes I think they're worth repeating and sharing with everybody. So I figured let's pop on. Let's go over some of the most commonly asked questions. Oh my goodness, Wake Forest, North Carolina. Well, I just moved from Raleigh and we pretty much lived right by Wake Forest. A lot of the things we did were in Wake Forest. So that's awesome. We've got Northern California, Puerto Rico. Woohoo. Hey, Julie. Texas, Alabama. How fun. How cool is YouTube? Like I'm just literally sitting in my room and you guys are with me from all over. Okay, so one of the first questions I had, I have different machines. So I can kind of pan over this way. I have a Racoma and I have 2 baby locks. And I talk all the time about using fast frames. And someone had asked, A Flores 382010 had asked, are the fast frames universal? Do they work with your Racoma EM 1010? So if you have a Racoma, great thing is fast frames do work with them. But I will tell you, I've learned a couple of things. So if you look at, for my baby lock, I have fast frames that look like this. They're long frames. One of them says 101 and one of them says 103. And they both fit both of them. They may be a little bit different, but they both fit each of my machines. I can move them back and forth. There's Waxhaw, North Carolina. That's near Charlotte, I believe. Oh, Briar Creek, Nina, that's amazing. So let's see. I lived off of Durant. So if you took 540, we were pretty much connecting there. My husband played golf a lot at the Briar Creek Country Club. So for work. Anyway, the fast frames. I've got one that says 101 and one that says 103. And these are both in my for my baby locks. I'm getting so what beach. I live in Pinal Shores, which is Atlantic Beach, Morehead City area. So anyway, let me talk about these real quick, and then I'm going to come back to the questions. So real quick, this is the fast frames that I use on my other machines, and this is the Racoma fast frame. So you can see the frame itself is different. It's a different size, and you do have to buy it specific for the Racoma machines. So you have to make sure that you, when you buy any of the fast frames, regardless for what machine that you have, then you have to buy it specific for that machine. But what I found that was amazing, I have an R on this because I tried to keep them separate when they first came. But here's what I learned. I can hook it in on my Racoma and it pops in. And you know how it goes into those two little spots right there, right? And then you screw it on. Well, what I found, the cool thing that I found is these are interchangeable. So the frame itself isn't, but the actual, I need to loosen this one. These are, they fit on each other. So now I've literally got like 3 sets. So that's amazing. So if you just want to invest or see if you can buy just this part, all of the frames that you might already have for a different machine, they do interchange. So you need the arm, but all of the actual frames, they are interchangeable. So that's awesome because now I've got a bunch that actually can be interchanged. So that's really cool. Someone specifically asked if they worked with their Racoma. Let's see right here. Look how cool this is. I can put your name up there. So Tess asked, can I ask you why you went with the Racoma machine? I'm looking for another 10 plus needle and I cannot decide which one is better. So let me tell you, I have 2 6 needles, and in my mind, more machines was better than more needles, right? So I wanted to, instead of bumping up from a 6 needle and getting a 10 needle, I just decided let's get 2 6 needles because that's more work I can do. To me, that is so much more efficient than having a few extra needles on one machine, right? So I ended up with 2 6 needles, and yes, loved it. It actually really upped my game as far as being able to produce much more. But what I also loved is that I lost that fear of what if one of my machines stops working in the middle of crunch time. It was always kind of in the back of my mind, like, what if one of these machines stops working and I have to service it and then I'm like a week without my machine? I can't do it. I get too many orders every single day to be able to keep up without my machine for a week. So that's how I came with those 2. And then I was actually approached by Racoma based on, doing videos and, being in the field of embroidery to test their machine. I will say I was hesitant at first because I didn't know a lot about the machine, but I said, let's go for it. Let's try it. It's going to be, how can it not be a win-win, right? So I took it on and I am in love. It is an amazing machine. Now I will tell you, they, because I already have been working in embroidery for a while, they decided for me that probably the best fit was going to be the Racoma 16 needle, right? So this ups my game big time. Not the 16 needle. What I love about it, let me tell you, is the fact that I never have had to change. One time actually in my last video, the first time did I have to change a color on that machine. What? When you're talking about time, that is amazing. 16, what? With my 6 needles, they are awesome. They are great for doing, applique work. But I would say a lot of appliques, I would have to, change colors at least once. I would get excited if there was, one that only had 6 colors. And of course, there's plenty out there that only have, 6 or under. But 16, y'all, you don't ever have to change. I've literally only one time changed a color on that machine when there was something very specific I needed to do. So that's amazing. And then the next is the hoop size on this machine is insane. Let me show it to you. Hold on. I want to get back up to messages. I wish I could pause them. I'll try to go back and see if I can catch up with them. But y'all, are you kidding me? Like, look at that. What is it? What is the size? I should know this by now. It's insane. That's the size. The size is called insane. Let's see. What? Can you see that? Because I can't. 22 inches? Are you kidding me? 22 inches? Can you imagine the projects that we're going to be able to do with this and how excited I am about that? Let me tell you what the machine comes with. Everything. I did have to buy the fast frame add-on, but that was just a no-brainer for me. But it comes with everything. It comes with someone that will teach you how to use it. You get training. It's literally delivered to your door, like for free on a huge, carrier truck. That's pretty cool. And they literally walked me through how to put it together. It was pretty much put together, but anything that I needed, to do to like get it up and running. And then I had one-on-one training. Like there was not a time limit for how long this person was willing to help me get this going. And that was amazing. And everybody gets that. You also get ability to talk to somebody at any time. They have after hours, 7 days a week. It's amazing as far as just a question that you might have. So you might not be ready for the 16 needle. If you're watching and you're like, yeah, I don't know. I've been doing embroidery for a little while. You might want the EM 1010, and that's the 10 needle with Ricoma. I highly suggest that as well. If you use my link, I actually have it posted below in this video. You'll get an extra, amount off, but mainly you'll get directly in contact with a person that can help answer the questions, figure out what machine will work best for you. So enough about that. Let's go back up here though. But I love it. All right, I'm going to go way back up. All right. I love my fast frames. I mean, I can't imagine doing embroidery without them. So if you haven't invested in fast frames, guys, go get you some. Sandy says she's been to Pinal Shores. I do love it. And here's another game changer, fast frames. Absolutely, without doubt. San Antonio, would you ever consider a Melco? Absolutely. I haven't tried one, but yeah. Let's see. Yes, always think about that. Jan has a question. Can we talk about starting up a business, especially safety, compliance, and taxes? Ew, I don't want to talk about that. But yes, we should. That would be a whole beast of a conversation. And I can tell you the first year, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know. Oh, poor Kelly. I did not know what I was doing. I would love to make a video or maybe an entire chat where we can all get on and talk about this. Definitely too much information probably to go over at one point right here. But I do think it's important for us to talk about it, how we start. And I would like to have all my ducks in a row to talk to you. So I feel like I'm giving you the, leads on what you really need to do. Every state is different when it comes to taxes and making sure that you're compliant with the things that you do and sell. So it's really important for you to look up in your own state what's required by you. But you guys, I will tell you, I didn't know in the beginning, I started embroidery to literally have money in my back pocket so I could go to lunch, right? I wasn't thinking about taxes, collecting them, paying them. I mean, what? No, I really wasn't. And so, it was basically a slap in the face the first year when I realized, what I hadn't been doing and how long it took me to figure out what I should have been doing and catching up to where I needed to be. It's my least favorite part of my business, without doubt, but it is crucial and critical and very important. So, Jan, we will make sure that is something that we talk about further. And like I said, I want to make sure I've got the right information. So that will probably be an edited video that I can make sure, I can send you to the right links and we can chat about it. Yes, adding another I highly suggest it. My second multi-needle machine I got because that somebody was turning in theirs to trade up for a 10 needle. So they were turning in their 6 needle to trade up for a 10 needle. To me, I would rather have 2 6 needles or 2 10 needles instead of trading up for the next one. I wouldn't get rid of your multi-needle when you move to the next. So say you want to buy a Ricoma, keep the one you have. It's just safe to have another machine. Like I said, for that, random chance, it's not random. They're machines. We make errors and they make errors. But that they might, something might happen, with one and then you're without one for a week. So Good luck in getting that. Yay, Angela got her Racoma. That's awesome. So expected delivery by the end of January. Awesome. I know they probably had a ton of sales because they did a huge, end of year, actually in all of November sales. So that's awesome. I'm excited. If you have questions, please let me know. I'd love to go over them with you anytime. Just let me know. Carolina styled home. Well, that sounds cool. I need a Carolina styled home. I've got my Prosecco. Isn't this cute? I got it off Etsy. I don't do vinyl, but makes me wish I did. Can't see it in the bright lights, but it says Kelly. Okay. I would love some more information on Etsy taxes and if Etsy acts as an employer withholding taxes from you, or if you have to file every quarter. All these tax questions, y'all. Actually just finished all my sales and use tax stuff so I can send it in. So it's actually done quarterly, and it also depends on how much you earn. You guys pop in if you know exactly how much you have to make before Etsy sends you the tax. I think it's like 10,000, 20,000, or if you have 200 sales possibly. But Carolina styled home. I'm gonna get some more information. It sounds like this is something that people would really like to chat further about, and I would love to help you guys. I asked you guys to ask me anything, so we'll look into this further and talk about it further, and I'd love to be able to help you with it. Do you use a cutting machine for applique? If so, how do you use your embroidery software to do this? I do not. So I did a lot of research on this. I was going to get the Brother Scan and Cut because I heard it complemented the PES and Brilliance and whatnot, but unless you do mass quantities of the exact same applique, it's just as easy to do it on your machine. And then that's what I do. I just use my regular old little Fiskar scissors right here, and I just cut it on the machine. And I've never felt the need to do, again, I looked into it because I was like, oh, that would be cool. It ought to be pre-cut. And it's kind of before I was good at cutting appliques, because you kind of have to acquire the skill for cutting really close. So I thought I could, cheat the system by having it cut on a machine on the Brother Scan and Cut. But oh yeah, Kelly, why don't you sit here with scissors in your face? But I found out that for me, this was just as quick, because normally I'm doing, just in a day's work, I might do 2 of the same design, but I'm not doing like 50 of the same design at one time. I have just opened up a applique of the month club, a surprise. I've called it the Sam's Club, the surprise applique of the month club in my group. And the reason I did that this time, instead of letting people choose what they got each month, was that I could kind of do them more in bulk. So I could do, 10 shirts at one time, same design, and it would be a lot quicker for me. And it was a lot less stressful for me too. So I do not use a cutting machine, but I know others do. Hello, Carmen and Shayna. We were from, where did I go with my, okay. I got to go back up to where I was at. Okay, here we go. Hello from California. Hello, Charlotte and Renee. Awesome. Renee has another Racoma EM1010. Again, that probably is the machine that's great for most of you if you're new to embroidery to get started with. It's a 10 needle machine, very similar to the baby locks and whatnot that I have. If you're wanting to up the game one step more, the 15 needle that I have, the 1501, is amazing in addition. So look at the price difference. Maybe it's not a lot different. It really isn't. But if you're overwhelmed with the 15 needle, then maybe the 1010 is one to go. So I think it's going to be an amazing machine for you as well. Let's see. Tess says, okay, you've been embroidering for almost 20 years. That's awesome. That's more than me. And I have 10, but want a 16. So Tess, I would say keep that 10 and get a 16 to add to it. You will be floored about how much more your productivity will increase having 2. And then think of the amazing, differences that you can do with your 15 or 16 needle when you add that. So that's exciting. Good luck. Let's see. How come some people dislike Etsy as a seller? Because people don't like to have a middleman. But Etsy, I defend them in almost all that they do. They're a for-profit company, and you have to know that when you join that. They're making a profit, but they're doing it helping us as well. The reach that I've had with Etsy is far beyond anything that I've had, with my Facebook group and things like that. So there are expenses you have to pay for your listings. They do take out transaction fees, but the reach that they're able to provide to you is just unmatched. In the beginning, I had this app. I wonder what it was called, if I even still have it. Let's see. I don't know if I have it anymore. I deleted a lot of my apps when my kids took over my phone, and then I had all these like random games, and I would like get a pop-up that said my quest was about to start. I'm like, what? I think I took it off. But anyway, it was an app where I could literally go on and say, or click on the states that I sold to. So I wish I could remember. I'll look it up and see if I can add it. But anyway, within a year's time, I had sold to all 50 states. Like, are you kidding me? As a new Etsy seller, I had sold to every state in the United States. How amazing is that? Like, talk about that reach. Like, little old me in North Carolina sold something to somebody in Alaska. Like, what? I mean, seriously, that's awesome. And a lot of people just dislike it. They dislike it when they see how much of their money goes towards it. But it really is, it's worth it. Hello from New York. Bonnie Sue, let's see. She says, I would love to open an Etsy shop, but I'm so intimidated on being able to keep up with it working a full-time job. I need some inspiration. Just do it. I promise you, just do it. You get to control what you do and don't do, right? I mean, don't put so many listings in the beginning, but I say go all in and just see where it takes you. You can change your processing time if you get overwhelmed. There's certain items that I have that have a 1 to 2 day processing time. There's some items that I have 3 to 5 day processing times. There's some items that are 1 to 2 week processing times. And when I get busy or when I go on vacation, I put my whole shop on a 3 to 4 week processing time. It's worked for me. I've learned to do that, and it's taken me time to learn to do that. In the beginning, I would be so stressed before a vacation. I would literally have 100 orders that were keeping me between, the time that I left to go on vacation and had my first margarita, right? But now I've learned to space it out, to really only do what I can handle. And instead of putting my shop on vacation mode, which most people don't recommend because that really doesn't feel good to Etsy, I just extend my processing times. So. All right. Someone else said, Julie said that's a good topic to discuss. I need to get somebody on here with me. So what's cool about this StreamYard is I could have somebody with me. We could both be on here. So maybe I'll find someone that's like a pro at that, and we'll chat about that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Yes. Lysandra says, can you go over buying from Alibaba? Yes. I actually have a good video I'd love for you to watch first. And it talks about buying from Alibaba. And it also talks about my worst nightmare experience buying from Alibaba. In a nutshell, I want you to watch the video because I go into some detail. And I give you a great link on the Good Life Warrior. Look her up on YouTube. She gives the most amazing information and education on buying from Alibaba. So I really, really, really highly recommend you checking out Good Life Warrior. But in a quick nutshell, watch the video if you can. Y'all, one Christmas, I wanted to buy the cutest little Christmas red dress, and it was going to be so sweet. We were going to monogram that top of that dress for everybody, and everybody was going to want one, and I was going to sell out of them like that. Like, I just knew it, right? Because I looked for this forever, and it was going to happen. So I go to Alibaba. I find what I think is the cutest little red dress. I talk with this person back and forth over and over and over. We had 100 messages back and forth. We did. We were buds. But let me tell you what happened. When those things arrived to me, there had been a picture of this dress, and it had this cute little girl's monogram on it, right? And she's sitting by this little velvet chair by the fireplace. And it just set the scene so perfect. Her little cute little monogram. Y'all, when those dresses came to me, luckily I was new. I'd only bought 50 or 100. a very small minimum order quantity. Every single one of those dresses had that same sweet little monogram that was in that picture. I about died. All 50 dresses had the monogram that was on the sample picture. I emailed them thinking, this is a joke, right? This like, whoops, did you mean to do that? Oh, that is not a monogram. That is a Christmas decoration. Oh my gosh. Oh, nightmare. So I've learned a lot. I don't order a lot, but there are some things that I just can't find here. And I do try. I really do want to support Go USA with everything that I do. But there are some things that I've had to reach further out because I could not find them locally. So don't bash me on that. So, but yeah, I'll do another video on kind of how to break down all the different sites and who are the ones, how you can, break down their names and understand. So that's a good thing. All right, let's see. Jan says, looking forward to hearing more about business startup. Absolutely. Veronica says, how did you start out advertising that you're officially in business? So, does anyone do that like officially? I don't know. I think I became a business before I even knew I was one. So my story I was a full-time nurse working in a busy postpartum unit in a, large hospital in Raleigh. And I was in charge of 50 beds, every day that I was at work, in charge of every nurse, every CNA, every bed placement. It was hopping stress. But in my spare time, I was monogramming and, just doing a little thing here and there, and kind of word got around in this big hospital that I did this. And it was crazy. I would literally have, I was bringing my little pink bags to work every day. And, even my manager, she was fine with it. I wasn't taking away from my work time, but I'd be meeting people in the cafeteria with their little pink bag. And my name just started, kind of floating around. I was the nurse that did embroidery. I was the nurse that did embroidery. Hey, do you know who that nurse is that does embroidery? Oh yeah, she works in postpartum. Her name's Kelly. She's the embroidery nurse. And so literally that's how my name came about. That's how my business came about. I realized there was a need and I just ran with it, right? I just ran with it. And for me, actually, when I, decided that I wanted to do this, more, I just started growing and it just kind of kept going, right? So I just kept going with it. But I was always trying to be, and I still am, one step ahead. And I treated myself like a business before I really was. I was kind of learning as I went, but I wasn't letting people know that were ordering from me. They might order, ask if I could do something. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. And I'd never done that before. I'd never, monogrammed a pillow or I don't know how to do that, but I didn't tell them. I was like, absolutely, totally, I can do that for you. Right. But then I go home, watch my own YouTube videos, not my own, but you know what I mean? Watch YouTube videos, Google it, ask around, talk to people that do it, and figure it out, and then pass it off as if I knew what I was doing all along, right? A lot of trial and error. But, with everything that I sent out, I tried to make it look very professional. And I've talked about this before, packaging it nice, where people are like, wow, you're the real deal, Kelly. And I'm like, well, yeah, I am. I'm the embroidery nurse. Hello. And so it took me a while before I jumped into Etsy. I didn't actually officially start on Etsy until October of 2018. And then from there on, it's been on the up and up business wise. So now it's for real, right? And I have to remind myself, this is really a business, not just fun, but it is fun. It's a fun business. All right, let's keep reading on. Ernesto, why not? You can embroider on anything. I actually have this amazing, I just forwarded it to myself because I've got a challenge. I'm challenging myself. Racoma had this post that they put, since I'm in the world of Racoma now, I get their emails and whatnot. And they actually had, let me see if I can find it, the ultimate list of embroidery ideas, 101 items to embroider. So let me tell you right now, I am challenging myself. I am going to try all 101 items on this list. I'm doing it. You'll listen. You heard it here. You heard it here tonight. I'm going to do it. I'm excited. I want to try them all. Why not? Let's try them all. So yeah, you can do polyester. You can do it on wood. I don't know how, but that's on that list. So we're going to figure it out together. Scottsdale, Arizona. That's awesome. I love Scottsdale, Arizona. How did you prepare to open up your Etsy shop? I am a planner and I researched, and then I just did it. I just went all in. But here's the way. Here's my first secret, right? I do have a video on, things that I would suggest for Etsy. So check that out. I'm not trying to like make y'all go watch my videos, but I have talked about some of these things in further detail, so it might be helpful. But the biggest thing I can tell you, if you've been embroidering, everything you embroider, take a picture of. Get a backdrop, get a nice lighting, and take a picture of every single thing you do. Why? Because that's going to be your listing photos later. That's going to be your promotion photos later. If you don't have the pictures, then you really don't have much to post. I don't post mock-ups. Is that what they're called? I don't do those. If I haven't done it myself, I'm not posting it, because what if I put something up there that I've never done and then I can't turn around and do it, like, right? So it's got to be a picture for me to be authentic, something that I've done. That's just what I do. Mock-ups are great for those that use them, but I can spot a mock-up a mile away when I'm trying to buy something and I know I want to buy something that I know someone has done. So Sandy, take as many pictures as you can of the things that you're doing now, so that you'll be able to have those pictures available when you are ready to open, and then just do it. Just start it before you're ready. I promise. That will, kind of lead you to what you want to sell. So Simply Jewels. So what products did you begin with? So that's the thing. I posted whatever I had pictures of, t-shirts, dresses, like anything that I had done already that I knew I had access to blank wise. And then your shop will guide you into what actually is selling. The first year I had posted just this random, and I've talked about this before too, apron set with a chef hat. And who knew that was going to be my top seller? I couldn't have, I couldn't have known that when I posted it. So you won't even know until you post what's going to work for you. But post the things that you make now. I mean, whatever you're making now, what are your sellers now? That's what you need to start with, and throw in, I always suggest too, if someone asks for a customized item, take pictures of that and put it in your shop, because if they're asking you for something they couldn't find anywhere else, more than likely you should add it, because more than likely someone else is looking for it too. So just take those, leads. 1922 project. I can't seem to get any traction on Etsy. Any advice? So I am a firm believer for following all their suggested things to do. And some of them might hurt. Some of you might like to do, but they are helpful because they pop you up in the algorithms. So if they suggest doing a sale, do it. If they, make sure you have enough items in your shop. That's always helpful. Work on your SEO. I'm going to put a link in. I have found an SEO course to take, and I'm going to dive deep in it, y'all, because SEO is not natural to me. I just don't think in those terms. I just think, hey, this is so cute, you should buy it. But that's not how SEO works. SEO really is like deep information that is hard for me to even process. So I really suggest, working really hard on your SEO, working really hard on your pictures. If your pictures aren't up to par, Etsy is a site that you buy based on looks. So, you got to make sure your picture game, you up that, and your SEO. So those are things that I would start with. And then try different items. Maybe the items that you have just aren't what people are looking for right now. So tell me below. I'm probably way behind on comments. I'm trying to go in order. What you do sell now, and I'll get to you if you do post, and we can maybe talk about it a little further. Alicia, isn't this awesome? It's StreamYard. Check it out. Maybe we can do one together. That would be fun. Let's see. Which Racoma did you get? So I got the Racoma 1501. So the TC 1501. It is awesome. I love it. Yay. It's time for a drink. I do love these questions on the bottom. I do look fancy, don't I? Even though I'm wearing a t-shirt. Oh, Valley Girl for life. You're an embroidery nurse. That's awesome. And from Tallahassee, Florida, by way of New York. Wait, I'm so confused. There's a lot of different Tallahassee, Florida, by way of New York. I will subscribe back to you, Valley Girl for Life. Is that your, oh, I guess that would be your name. Do you do embroidery videos or just stuff? I like stuff too. Okay, let's see. Oh, I went too fast, too fast, too fast. Let's go back up. All right. Hey guys, for everyone that's saying hi. Okay, Bev says she was answering my question that I had. Once you reach $20,000 in sales in 1 year, that's when you get a 1099. I think PayPal had, maybe PayPal was where if you had 200 transactions. So looks like you'll get a 1099 from Etsy. And here Bev's mentioned they'll send you an email requesting you to fill out your tax info when you're nearing the 20,000. So a good goal for you to have. So Renee, I think, were we talking about having 2 machines? Maybe. I don't know. Something's shifting. What's shifting? The machines? All right. We'll get back to that. The Cricut does help. So if you use that for cutting, that's awesome. I know some people do. It just hasn't been my practice. Claire says, hi from Virginia Beach, another beach. I use the cutting method, but sometimes it cuts a bit different, still working, getting it perfect. So I agree that probably is amazing for others to do. And I don't have one of those machines. Y'all, I could show you my like bin of things that I've bought that crafty wise that I've never touched. Like I am just like a craft hoarder. Yeah, craft hoarder. But I haven't jumped into the Silhouette or the Cricut or the Cameo or the Scan and Cut. I don't even have a heat press. These are all things on my list of, okay, I'd like to get, but what would I do? Or I don't know, like, yeah, I'll get them one day. Sublimation, I don't know if that's for me. I don't know, but they're all fun things and I would love to have them all as long as they can be pink. Okay, let's go back up. Boston. Tess says, when selling on Etsy, you get so much for the small fee. I agree. Honestly, it's just part of doing business, right? I'm not paying, rent somewhere. I don't have a brick and mortar. So those fees are allowing me to work in my home while my kids are here. I mean, it's so worth it. And you said you love Etsy of your own website. I have done my own website and then I've not. And then I've done my own website and then I've not. And now I think I'm going to go back to doing it again. Only for the fear of, I don't know, I guess you should always have your own platform. And there are some wholesale companies that want you to have your own website for you to be approved. And they don't want you just selling Etsy, which you don't really know why, because it's still selling a product. I don't think it makes their product seem cheaper by doing it, but maybe they do. Y'all like my pink microphone? Hey. Anyway, I had to buy the extra part to be pink. All right. How do you do a business logo? Well, let me tell you, Elaine. So easy. And I think, did I link it here? Thinking I was going to talk about it. Well, I'm still going to go over these questions, y'all. But I love all the questions you're asking me. This is fun. I didn't know if anybody would ask me anything. And I'm so excited that you have. My business logo I did on canva.com. If you haven't tried canva.com, go check it out right now. There is a link in my video, I think, if this StreamYard thing worked. Canva, it is amazing. It will save your brand colors. It's free. I paid for the pro version at one point, but I don't pay for it anymore because I didn't find that it was really that necessary because I upload all my own pictures. I don't need their, pre-made pictures. Uploading my own pictures. That's how I make all my thumbnails for YouTube. That's how I make all my promotional things. It's how I made my business card. That's how I made my thank you cards. That's how I make my engagement posts. Canva.com. Check it out. Jan, that's exactly what I was saying. The storefront. Etsy is nowhere near the cost of owning a store. Exactly. And I don't want a store. I want to work from home. Tess was asking someone else on here if they got their website through Etsy Pattern. Shopify is where I'm building mine and where I've had mine. I actually I found it pretty easy to do. I got one theme that I thought was going to be so fancy, but it was too confusing. So I've kind of stepped it back down to just a simple theme. Let's see. Shayna asked if I was shipping all orders due to COVID, or are you allowing people to pick up? Well, I just moved, so I'm shipping everything now. I only know a couple of people local that, even know I do embroidery at the moment. And I just prefer to do shipping, but, in the height of the pandemic, I was still doing porch pickup. I wasn't out there. I certainly don't deliver. Ain't got time for that. Let's see. Trisha says, I'm having a tough time getting wholesale accounts. I have my tax ID number. However, they want me to have a storefront. Exactly, Trisha. That's what I said. So go buy that inexpensive, domain name, and you can go from there. I actually bought my domain name. So www.embroiderynurse.com. And even though I don't have a website on that presently, I point that domain name to my Etsy shop. So anybody that wants to, anybody that wants to, I can give embroiderynurse.com easily to anybody. And later, right now it points to my Etsy. Later it will point to my standalone site. And I don't ever have to change any of my marketing materials, business cards, or anything like that. So I highly suggest you doing that. But I agree, Trisha, there's definitely some that I've wanted to include. And then I kind of get like I make good sales. Like, it's fine. If you don't want me, I don't want you. But anyway, I do some workarounds with some of that stuff. But yeah, I agree. You definitely, it's definitely, if there's certain places will not do wholesale for you if you don't have your own standalone website. So some of them are. And so that's the same. Trisha was asking the same thing. How do you get vendors? Some don't require that. They just don't. But there are, select few that do, that are fun for embroidery. But anyone know where I can get baby bibs, aprons for adults and children that are not polyester wholesale? So let's see, aprons for adults and children, baby bibs. I'm not really good with what fabric is what, but All About Blanks is a great place for aprons. They don't have the children aprons anymore. I hope they'll get them back someday, because that was where I was getting my top seller. They do have baby bibs there as well. But I think, doesn't like Blanks Boutique, ARB, all those have baby bibs that are not polyester? I don't think I do polyester. Oh, let's see. You have your website, GoDaddy, but I'm relaunching it this week. Hired a marketing company and they redid the whole thing. Oh my gosh, please let us know what it is. I want to check it out. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I would love for someone to do it for me. But I haven't gotten there yet. Please link it. We'd love to see it when it goes live, when you're ready. Let's see. Trisha says, I don't even know where to start when it comes to a website. Yeah, that's kind of been my stall. I've actually been paying for Shopify for maybe a year. And I don't have it up. Oh, Jan, you're a retired nurse midwife. That's awesome. Yes. So what happened with me is I was working so much in the hospital in a very high stress position. And let me tell you a secret. There was this one day that my husband forgot to pick up my baby from daycare. And that was the last day I worked full time. That happened. It was just a slap in the face to both of us that we're busy. We're too busy. Shouldn't be too busy for our family. So I stepped back, and instead of being, managing the floor, and I just decided to be a staff nurse on the floor. And then I went from part-time to casual. And then I decided I needed to get out of the hospital setting because there's just so much going on hospital setting wise that is just so stressful. I moved to a pediatric office where my kids actually, went, and I really loved the doctors there. I had worked with them in mother baby when they were coming there to see babies. So I already knew several of them. And anyway, then COVID hit and they didn't want the casual people that were there. I was only working 1 to 2 days a week. And so they kind of let us go with the intentions of bringing us back. But, when they let me go, that was just kind of like, peace, peace, peace be with you and you and you and you. And I'm good. But I appreciate everybody that's still working. I know what an amazing field it is, because you can do so many different things. It's nothing about embroidery, but that's how I got into this full time. Okay. Tess says you're helping us all network here. Well, yeah, let's network. I mean, seriously, the StreamYard thing's gonna be cool. I want us to do it where like 6 of us, 8 of us, 10 of us can be on here. We can all chat and learn from each other and talk to everybody. Can you link your Etsy? Were you talking about me? If you're talking about me, like I said, if you go to www.embroiderynurse.com, that takes you straight to my Etsy shop. Check it out. Thumbs up, Bonnie. Yep. Thumbs up. Yeah. Angela said 81 watching and only 26 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd love for you to. Regina, she said, I've watched all your videos, would love some planning tips. Well, let me tell you, this was my exciting news. Y'all ready? Okay. So, and I just launched it today. Well, not really, but I started y'all fill in the blank. Whoever fills in the blank, and then I'm gonna come back to you, Regina. So I started today I'll fill in the blank. I'm gonna come down in a little bit, check all the other comments, and see if anyone can guess what I started today. All right, let's see. Julie says she struggles with SEO. Don't we all? Hate it. Okay, Renee, I think what you're asking about the Racoma, if you'll read the PES files. So yes, I showed that in a couple of videos when I was worried about the same thing. I didn't want to have to rebuy designs. Racomas read DST, and that's actually just another form that is read by a lot of machines. So in Brilliance, you just literally drop down, and instead of saving it as a PES file, you save it as a DST file. It's an option already there in Brilliance. So yes, everything that you already have, you can do on both. You don't have to recreate the designs. You don't have to rebuy the designs. That was key for me. And then I like your, what is SEO? Well, yeah. So you're probably not very good at it. I'm just kidding, Bonnie Sue. I'm not either. And I actually know what it is. Search engine optimization. It's what allows you to be found in the wide world web. No, the World Wide Web. Whatever. It's the keywords and hashtags and the everything, that you need to be found. Like, what are people searching for? That's SEO. How are people looking for things? That's SEO. What are people typing into, Pinterest? What are people typing into Google? What are the questions they're asking? That's SEO, and you really break it down. So, oh, good. Tess responded already to you. See, I'm behind. And that was like 20 minutes ago. I'm really behind on comments. So yes, search engine optimization. We're going to do a whole class on it, right? I'm not, but maybe I'll get someone sit here, in a box and talk to us. Okay, let's see. Tess says, I love Embrilliance. I love Embrilliance. That's all I've ever used as well. And I actually have a link down below. If you don't use it, buy it. You'll love it. I did already answer this question. LP. Why did you decide on the Racoma? Because they decided for me. No, I'm just kidding. They reached out to me to see if I'd be willing to try their machine. And again, I'll say it again. I was hesitant because I'm only going to show you stuff that is essential to me that, I find is useful, and it has been. So I'm excited to share it with you. I'm excited to show you, how I have added it to my business, how it's helping me grow as a more commercial, business versus just a smaller home-based. but it is home based commercially. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, good. You did answer again. Sorry, I'm so behind. This was like 10 minutes ago. Thank you. I mostly got kid shirts in my shops right now. I do think my pictures are good and I have over 50 listings, but you're probably correct. The SEO is the issue. So yeah, SEO. And actually, I would say 150 listings is what you should have. That was the number given to me. 150. Put as many on there as you can. So like if you have a birthday shirt and it's a birthday shirt that has a train on it, and you've made it where your listing is for any birthday, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. That's great. Put that one listing up. But then when someone orders from you and they order a fourth birthday with that, make a whole nother listing for a fourth birthday shirt with the train on it. Or if you offer a dress that's monogrammed and there are 10 different colors that are offered, do one listing that has all 10 colors on it. But then also, once you have had someone order the pink dress, take a picture of that pink dress, make a separate listing for the pink monogram dress. Or, then someone, 3 weeks later orders the purple dress, take a picture of it, make that its separate listing. So you'll have one listing with all the colors and you'll have a separate listing with the pink dress. You'll have a separate listing with just the purple dress. It's a way you can really up your listings without really adding a different product. I've found that to be really helpful because you'll get sales from both. Someone might they might go on and just say, I only want a purple dress. So what they're typing for their SEO is purple monogram dress. Well, the first thing that's going to pop up is yours that's specifically purple, not the one that has all the colors in it, right? But that might show up somewhere in the listings, but that purple one will be way up higher. But yeah, let's learn that SEO. Let's learn it. Let's learn it together. Oh, Renee, you're talking about cutting the fabric. Yeah, I don't do that. Yeah, I would think it would shift and then it wouldn't match and then I'd be mad. Okay. That's when they send you the 1099. I am no legal person to know exactly what you should do before that. Let's see. I see someone say, go Etsy, thumbs up. Julie says, I love your pink microphone. I mean, seriously. So it didn't come with a pink. I had to add that. I just had to because it just makes it fun. And then you said, look at your pink microphone. Well, yeah. Pink on pink on pink. Y'all, do you know why I have pink? Because I have 3 boys. Look, my cup's pink. I'm not even like a girly girl. I'm not a girly girl. I can be at times, but I'm not. But I have 3 boys and a husband. So I have 4 boys in my house and I need some pink. I need it. I love Canva too. Y'all got to check it out. Let's see. Okay, this is kind of what I thought, Bev, was the answer. You do have to pay taxes and report anything you make on Etsy. Etsy just doesn't give you the 1099 until you reach the 20,000. So I don't like all those. Lift Weights Hard says, do you still work as a nurse? So I do not. I think I just kind of touched on that. I won't step away completely. I still keep up with my hours for continuing education. Nursing is just an amazing thing to have in your back pocket. If I would certainly go back into the field, if there was a need for my family or, if just an opportunity arose that, because I did love it. I loved postpartum. I loved taking care of the newborns. And I love pediatrics. That was fun too. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Y'all put in your information. So Tickled Embroidery. We'll have to check you out on Instagram as well. That's awesome. Let's see. Valley Girl for Life. Do you ever do your own? Nope. But I want to buy the next thing from Brilliance Essentials. I'd love to, but y'all, there's so many amazing digitizers out there that make the most amazing designs. I just haven't felt like it was something I had time to invest in. But I do kind of like, yeah, I think it'd be fun. I'd love to see yours. Have to share it with us. Okay. Tess says, how do you point your domain to your Etsy shop? I bought my name domain through Pattern off Etsy, but I want to get it away from Etsy. I don't know anything about Pattern. I don't. So I don't know if it's different for every host. I had mine from GoDaddy.com, and you just had to, kind of dig in there. I think I actually called someone on the phone and they helped me do it. But I don't know on there. I'd have to look and maybe I can, ask around and see, or maybe someone could comment here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Would have to check. You definitely have to check with your where you bought it from, because I think it would be different everywhere. And that's who has to actually do it. Okay. So do you have items for sale on the website, or what is in the website to use for the wholesale account? Trying to figure out what that question's asking. Oh, so I'm sorry. Now I get it. So some people will not approve you for a wholesale account to buy embroidered goods, to buy embroidery blanks, if you don't have a standalone website or a storefront. So that's what we're talking about. So some wholesalers, some places that you want to buy things from require a standalone website, not Etsy, not Amazon, not selling on Facebook, certainly not selling, on Marketplace and things like that. They want you to have your standalone website or storefront before they will approve you. And really, they're just trying to be exclusive to who they feel like are bigger sellers versus, they're just trying to keep their brand intact. And Etsy sale. And I get it, but I wish they could just kind of do it person by person and see. Oh yeah, use it. They're out of baby biz. Well, I mean, I feel like everybody's out of everything. What are y'all doing? I'm about to be out of everything too. Let's see. How do you go about finding fabric wholesale? I don't buy a lot of fabric wholesale because I don't want to buy like bolts, because a lot of the times I'm using just an itty bitty little piece. But I do have a wholesale account with a couple of places, and I just haven't gone into that. One thing I had on my 2020 bucket list was to sell fabric, and specifically seersucker and gingham, because those are my absolute loves. So I might do that going forward, but I don't know. It's still on my bucket list, something I'd like to add. Let's see. Oh, I went way too far. I'm really behind, but I like checking in. I hope you guys are still here that have asked questions and that I'm not taking too long. Let's see. Yes, Julie, nursing, medical, everything is just, the stress is just, I mean, it's just insane, isn't it? It's like no other. It really isn't. Bonnie Sue, so lucky to be home with your baby. Yeah, absolutely. Like some days I don't think so, but in the end, in the whole scheme of things, it's amazing. It is. It really is. It is. Oh, y'all are starting to answer. Well, you started 11 minutes ago. What I started today. Let's see. A planner. Nope. A blog. Nope. Coaching. That's an option. New Etsy shop. Nope. Coaching business. No, but that's an option. Planner book. Nope. A t-shirt. No. Planner book. No. Mentoring. No. To-do list. Well, don't we start those every day? Let's see. Blog, planner. Okay, so let's talk about the planner for a second. I did do a planner. I didn't make one, but I have started one. Y'all, have y'all seen this? I can't get it. The Crafter's Calendar by Hoop Mama. Are you kidding me? I put the link in this video because I knew I was going to talk about this, and I knew I was going to tell you how much I love it, and I knew I wanted you to see it today. It is amazing, y'all. It's a crafter's planner. How awesome is this? Did I have information about it other than just the fact that I didn't? But you got to check this out. It is so awesome. She literally has in here information every day. So every single day, there is a challenge that she posts. There's a social engagement post idea and a product show off idea. Now, this is made for us. This is made for us. This is made So I don't think I'm giving away information because I'm reading a different day that's already passed. I'm just going to tell you one and then you go check it out. I put the link below. It's also the spot where you can give me a thumbs up or subscribe. So, New Year's Day. Hello, 2021. Challenge. Schedule out your social through 1:15. I did that. How awesome. I did that. That made me feel really accomplished. Starting the new year right. Social engagement post idea. Wish fans a happy new year. Did it. I did it in one of those 15 posts. Happy New Year group. Product show off. Share the 2020 favorites. I did that too. I made a little pic collage of my favorite sellers. So anyway, that's just an example. And every single day for 365 days has that. There's also areas you can put in, things that you've learned for the week, words of your week. It's literally made this week. I'm challenging myself to do this. I'm getting ready for this. You want one? You don't have to get I like the paper version because I like to write things down. I like pen and paper. But you can also get a digital version. I just couldn't figure out, am I going to really pay to get that printed? Because it won't print on just won't. Get it. All right. Let's see. Vision board. No. Oh, good. We've got another embroidery business mama. Good for you, Shayna. Definitely. We'll definitely, I'll go back and see if I can click on everybody. Lysandra said did answer the question about Alibaba. So I did. So maybe you can go back. I'm not sure exactly what your question was, but I think what we had talked about was that I have a couple of videos about Alibaba that I would really suggest you watch, and then we can kind of talk further about it. I'm not trying to make you go watch my videos, but I really did dive deep into it, and specifically the video that I have about the worst nightmare that I had with my first wholesale purchase. But I have good links in there with the Good Life Warrior on YouTube. She's going to be your go-to person for learning about how to source from Alibaba and just suggestions that are way beyond what I could tell you. But and yay for being a nurse. Thank you for all you do, Lysandra. Don't be scared of Etsy. Just do it. I promise. Do it before you're ready. It's kind of what I tell people about having kids. Just do it before you're ready because you'll never be ready. Okay, good. Allie put a link for what is SEO. Thank you, Allie. We'll have to go check that out. That looks perfect. Julie says, wow, 150 is a lot. But I just explained, since you posted that, how you can get to 150 where you could have one item, 10 different versions of it, and that's 10 listings there with one item. So I hope that helps. Someone's asked about, y'all see if you can answer Lisa, because I don't know much about Embroidery software. She had that several years ago, and does it measure up to brilliance? Is it worth upgrading? Y'all, Embroidery doesn't cost much, $149. It's a business expense that, I mean, my Prosecco, that costs $17.99. Times that by what? And I could have my, I don't do math. Let's see. If Racoma had not contacted you, is there another embroidery machine you would have considered? I wanted a third machine. Wasn't picky. And, it was really just kind of an itch that I had that I wanted to get a third machine. I hadn't really thought it out. I love the baby locks that I have. They've been amazing machines. But this really changed what I can do. So I'm so thankful for the opportunity, because if I had just added one more of the same machine that I had, it would have, upped my production. But this is changing what I can actually do. And so for that, I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful I didn't just add on an exact machine like I was thinking about possibly doing. This is changing my business game. So I can't even stress how great that is for that reason. The good thing too is you can just pay monthly for this, and you can pay monthly with your easily a week's worth of sales once you get your game going. I mean, $130, $140 a month. You sell 6 items and boom, you've paid for it for the month. So you can pay for it by your sales. So I just, yeah. Can you explain the Canva? What is it? So go to canva.com. I've linked it below. It is just an amazing way to create anything and everything, logos, every single social media possibility is, and it will actually take one thing that you create and turn it into the proper size for Instagram, the proper size for Pinterest, the proper size for Facebook. Like it knows exactly what the size needs to be. Also for like Etsy banners, it knows the size that everything needs to be. It's already in the system. You can type in the top that I'm trying to make an Etsy banner and it will pull up the exact dimensions that needs to be so you can make it. It's so worth it. And it's free. So worth it. I mean, seriously, it's so worth it. And the fact that it keeps your like brand, colors and stuff. So every time I can use that same pink, no matter what, it is just, yeah, it's worth it. Check it out. I linked it below. So check it out. I'm trying to see what someone ordered on Etsy because it always just like tickles me to see what someone got. Oh, they got one of the sweaters. Yo, aren't those sweaters amazing? Did y'all see that video? Oh, I love it. I really do. That's by far one of my favoriteest ever. Okay, let's see. I'm so behind. Okay, keep going. All right, keep going. Canva is a platform to help design. See, you are answering things before I even get there. Y'all are awesome. Okay, somebody said a blog. No, I did have a blog when I was a nurse once. You are a girly girl. Bright eyes. You were so sweet. I'm not, but I can be. I can turn it on when I need to. Linda can't want to start an Etsy shop, but I'm scared. Do it tomorrow. Like, do it tomorrow. Start it. Just open it. Just run with it. I promise you. You just have to jump in. Tess says, I don't have Embroidery, but I don't think anything measures up to Embrilliance. I agree. I have Embrilliance link below. Click on it if you're interested in learning more about it. Don't be scared. Do it. See, Allie, that's exactly. Just do it. Just do it. Allie said I had one listing and it's selling. Well, there you go. I mean, if you found your target, then I love it. Alicia likes pink. I do too. A vision board? No, I did a vision page. I have a different planner that I had bought before I got the crafting planner. And I just kind of wrote down, let me get it. It's a cute one too, but I think I just got it at Target. I don't have Target in this town. So some of you ladies have done such cool vision boards. And I've loved watching your videos on them. They've given me vision for my vision board page. I just took the very first page of my planner and just made my own little vision board. So, my things are pretty simple. I talk about this, the 5 F's that I've heard others talk about: faith, family, friends, finance, and fitness, and how important those things are, and how I want to make sure that those things are, at the front of everything that I do. So there you go. Faith, family, friends, finance, and fitness. So I kind of have goals for all of those. And then, of course, business goals. I mean, of course. All right. Let's see. Let's on to order labor delivery. Yes. I had little ones starting at age 35. Oh, so yeah, labor and delivery. Whew. So I thought originally I wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse, and I was actually in nursing school when I got pregnant with my first son. And I was, headstrong that I was going to be a labor and delivery nurse. But then when I went and delivered him, I realized what my true passion was teaching new moms about how to be a mom and dads. So I decided that postpartum, the nurse you go to after you deliver, is really where my heart was. So good for you. Okay, keep going. Good. Y'all keep putting your links in. That's awesome. So we can all follow each other. I think I've got you up. Okay. Allie says that pattern is its own entity. You can't take it with you. There's the you. Yeah, I don't know a lot about that. Julie says, how much does it cost to buy a domain name? Like 99 cents on GoDaddy.com. Like, it's so cheap. If you're not actually, creating the website yet, buying the actual domain, I mean, I would say $11 a month. I mean, I'm sorry, a year for the first year. You can just buy like 12 months worth. Like nothing, pennies. Oh, good. Valley Girl for Life has, I need to know y'all's real names because I feel silly reading y'all's names, but I guess y'all read me as Embroidery Nurse, and I'm Kelly. She's digitized design, so we'd love to go see those. Y'all check that out. Okay, where we go. All right, let's see. Tess says, can y'all hit that thumbs up? All right. Renita says, can you share some of the things on the list that Rakoma sent you? So, Renita, I have an amazing unboxing. I say it's amazing because I made it, but, whatever. I thought it was edited well. I had fun. I made like things like pop up and fast forward and whatnot. But I did an unboxing that showed every single thing that came with the Rakoma machine. And it is amazing. Like you don't have to buy anything else. They even have their own software. I don't use it. I do want to learn to use it, but they have their own software. So it literally comes with everything that you need to get started. So, I mean, that right there is hands down awesome. Mary said logo. I guess that was guessing on what I did today. Bonnie says, you started to teach how to do Brilliance. No, I need one of those planners. Julie, you need it. You all need it. I put it down below. I have no affiliation with them. I just think it's amazing. Let's see. Channel with teaching videos, planners. Do you sell on Facebook too? So yeah, I definitely started selling on Facebook. I have a Facebook group. Okay. Something I want to talk about. That was on my list. All right. So I've had a lot of people from YouTube find me in my Facebook group that I sell my things on, right? And I love that y'all have found me, and that's awesome. And I did put a question in there to find out how people found that group, and a lot of them have been saying YouTube lately, and I do think that's great. But here's the thing. People are asking me, like, I'll post a picture that I'm selling for like a Valentine's shirt, and people will question underneath that, hey, where did you buy that design? And I want to tell you that. I want to give you that information, but that's just not the place to do it. So if I've removed a comment, that would be why, because that is a place that I sell the things that I make, right? So for y'all, I have made a separate Facebook group, and it's called embroideryaid.com, or just Embroidery Aid on Facebook. I've linked it below. I would love for you guys to go join that. And that is where, you can get notifications of these videos, and you can ask questions that are embroidery related. I love that you're joining my group. But when the questions are being asked that are related to how to do the embroidery, that doesn't feel like it's the right space to me for that. Because the people that I'm reaching with that group is a whole different, it's a whole different, what do you call it? Like target market than you guys that want to learn embroidery. And I want to answer all the questions, all of them. I really do. But not maybe underneath the post that I have to sell it, if that makes sense. So keep coming. I'd love for you to be there. Maybe it gives you some inspiration for, how you can set things up for your own shop. But those certain questions I would love. Let's join embroideryaid.com. No, Embroidery Aid Facebook group. I linked it below. Join that, and we can chat about anything and everything that you see here or have questions about. And we can just kind of make our community there. Renita says, what's everyone talking about? Planner. It's the Hoop Mama Crafter's Calendar. Where'd it go? Here it is. Hoop Mama. Again, I've got no affiliation. I just want y'all to buy it. It's amazing. And y'all should have seen what it came in. It was the most, we all need to learn from her packaging. It was packaging 101. It was amazing. So 2021 Crafters Calendar by Hoot Mama. I linked it below. Awesome. Oh, good. Y'all already answered that. You don't see the link for Hoot Mama? It says Crafters Calendar. I thought I made the link. Maybe I didn't. If it's not there, I will post it. But you can just go to hootmama.com. Hootmama.com. And she has amazing designs. Okay. So asking about what camera to use. My iPhone. That's all. Oh, good. Someone put the link for where to find the Crafters Calendar. Awesome. How far am I behind? Okay, that was 12 minutes ago. Alicia says, I love having 3 machines. Absolutely. It really does up the game. Debbie said that she has Embrilliance and Hatch, and she uses both, but she thinks Embrilliance is easier to understand. She tried a free trial of Embry, but couldn't do anything with it. So, okay, let's see. I've ordered a 12 needle Swift. I don't know what that means. I'm just kidding. What is SWF? I have the Janine MV4 and I have 9. That's a lot of letters. Oh, you'll love it, Bev. Sounds like you know what you're doing. And I think you won't even skip a beat when it arrives. So that's awesome. Thank you for adding the other. Someone else Alicia added the link. She loves making everything in Canva. All right. Let's go. Yeah, Tess, we all need a clone, don't we? She says, where can I order a clone? Julie, aren't the sweaters so awesome? Oh my gosh. I thought I heard a cha-ching. No, I thought I'd turn my phone down, but that's all right. Let's see. A giveaway? No, you're still guessing. How far behind am I? Let's see. Let's see. I have Embroidery and Embrilliance. When it came down to it, to upgrade Embroidery, I didn't. I used Embrilliance more. Y'all, Embrilliance is the way to go, but it's all I know. Oh, that's cool. Alicia said she actually made her vision board in Canva. So there you go. You forgot food and football. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, as my F's. I love it. Well, food. Healthy food comes in with fitness. I don't know. That's awesome. Food and football. That should be part. And my boys love football. But that's why I come down here and craft, because they're upstairs watching football. That's awesome. So Renee had, when I was talking about the 5 F's, she said I forgot food and football. I love it. Jamie. She says she's in the process of starting an Etsy store this week, and this is so helpful. Oh, well, thanks you. Thanks you. Do it. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be amazing. Okay, good. See, eventually I'll learn everyone's names and hopefully I can recognize them when y'all pop on, since y'all are so awesome. So hi, Amber. Okay. There's definitely somebody that had a comment that was maybe not appropriate. Oh, so you're Kelly too. Yeah, it's so hard with that. I mean, yeah. I'm an embroidery nurse, but really I'm Kelly. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think I'm almost catching up. I'm at 10:14 and it's in comments and it's 10:20. Let's see. Alicia says she's about to buy one now. I'm guessing you're talking about the crafting calendar. You're going to love it. Bonnie says, thanks for answering my question. That's what I'm here for. Bye, Amber. Thank you for coming. See, now I know your name. Okay. So some more people are saying good night. Yeah. Do you find yourself looking at people's clothes more often for ideas on how to figure out if their clothes are embroidered? So I look at bad embroidery. Like I remember sitting at a football game and looking at a top-notch, high-quality item that had the logo embroidered on it, and I just kept looking closer. I'm like, they don't even cut their jump stitches. That's crap. Like I do that. I could do that so much better. And I do. I look at everything, don't y'all? Okay. Okay, so obviously, Bonnie, I don't think my things are linking that I thought I had linked, so I apologize. I thought I had it all linked, but I'm new to StreamYard, so it might not be. But I will. You can look in some of my other videos. You can look in the last video I did. I know it's linked in the last edited video that I did. I try to include it in the bottom. So I'll try to put it here even after the fact, or maybe I can tag you. How do you manage everything with kids? I mean, it's just life, right? I don't know. Let's see. How do you go about finding unique ideas to embroider? So again, I told you all this challenge that I have given to myself. Racoma put out this email recently and said, I know I already said the ultimate list of embroidery ideas, 101 items to embroider. And I am challenging myself. You guys heard it here. I'm challenging myself. I'm going to do all 101 items on here. And wood's one of them. I don't know if I'll do wood, but maybe I'll post a video of the other person doing the wood. But yes, let's do it. 101 items to embroider. Y'all join me. This is a challenge that I'm giving myself today to figure out. We are going to embroider all 101 items on this list. And then honestly, I'm going to take a picture of all 101 of them. I'm going to put all 101 of them on my Etsy shop and we'll see what takes off. You never know. Debbie says, good night. Good night. I think, am I catching up? No, not almost. I'm 1 minute behind. Thank you for watching. Bonnie says that your husband bought you a Nanovis, playing with it during Christmas, took a few pics. That's it. You just need some pictures. You got it. How do you set your schedule? Are weekends off limits? Well, I do a lot when my kids are asleep. And so, 9 o'clock was their bedtime. So I just came on down and I do a lot of work then. I do have hours during the day that I work. My kids are actually in school, 2 of them. Right now we're, on break for Christmas. And then I think they're going to be virtual for 2 weeks, trying to span that 2-week time frame after Christmas. Hopefully that people don't bring back any germs to school, but I work, when they're at school and just make it work. But I do work on the weekends. It's hard when it's in your house. But the cool thing about Etsy is it doesn't have any items to ship out on the weekend. So you really can take a break then if you're caught up. Who would love a one-on-one with Kelly? Just on her new Tess, did you see my new website? So it's not even for real yet, but you just went and saw it. Okay. So I haven't really posted it yet because it's not really for real yet, but y'all can be my beta testers and check it out. You really can't buy anything on it yet, even though it looks like you can click on links. That's not for real. So don't buy anything. Don't buy anything. I haven't even posted this anywhere, but I do have a new website and it's for you guys. So yeah, the one-on-one you could do if you want to now, but I do have a lot of things on there, a lot of amazing things, and a lot of things I'm so excited to share with you guys. But don't click on any of those buying things. I need to go and fix those. But so yes, one-on-one is an option, just where you can ask me all kinds of questions if you're stuck in something. I'd love to help you. So you can definitely check that out. You can schedule it for what works for you. Oh, good. Dawn says she sees the link for embroiderance below. So good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Candy. Seriously. Or I have a jacket that was done at work when I was working, and it had like 4 layers of cutaway. 4. Talk about some crazy stabilization. But yeah, a full sheet of stabilizer. That's awesome. Oh, Dawn says she's looking at the website also. Okay. So I'm still tweaking. I have someone that's helped me build this, and he's on vacation right now. So there's a couple things I'm trying to tweak and figure out how I can do it. But it is a place where I'll be listing, where you can find my videos. There's one-on-one coaching. So this is at embroideryaid.com. So I talked about that as a new Facebook group, but it's also a new website, embroideryaid.com. The goal that I have is to have one place that you can come to find all the essentials that you need. I found that to be the hardest thing when I first started to do embroidery was I didn't know where to go to find, information on software or the information I would find to be so contradicting from one person to the next. And you got to learn that in the beginning, that everyone has a different way to do something. But I have been working with some wholesale accounts to be able to bring what I feel like are the essential supplies needed to start your embroidery business. And soon I'll be offering embroidery starter kits. And I'm so excited about this. I will only be launching 50 to start, and we'll just go from there and see, how it takes off. But basically it would be everything you need in a box: the stabilizers, the the applique scissors that I use, I've already forgotten everything in it, but I'm so excited about this, and I look forward to like officially launching this. So check it out. Just kind of be my beta version of looking at things on there. Give me suggestions. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. But like I said, it's not really publicized yet or at all. But you guys check. Y'all be my my learners. Let's see. This says we need to do a sip and sew, a glass of wine. We all on board. I mean, seriously, let's set it up. I'll set it up. I'm sipping. So no, I'm not sewing. I'm just sipping. We definitely do a glass of wine we all embroider together. That would be awesome. I will set that up. I'll set it up. We'll talk about it in the what is that? Hold on. I'm new to a new platform. What is it? What is it called? Help me. That comment to me way later. Why can't I find it? What is this called? Oh my gosh. Anyway, I can't remember what the new one's called that you join. Discord. Y'all are awesome. We'll set it up on there. See who can do it with us. Okay. Let's see. Looks awesome. Virtual hug. Was that for me? Because hey, you need to sell blanks. Yeah. There's so many people that do that, and I look forward to you guys that are working towards that. Blanks, great idea. It is. So this says, Deandra says, I'm trying to decide between a brilliant stitch artist and essentials. So I only have essentials. I haven't bumped up yet. So if you think that, you can start with essentials and just add to that, that's the way I would go. But if you already think that there's things in that digitizing wise that you need, then just go for it. I don't think but I only use essentials, and that's all I've needed. So Julie said, that's awesome. I struggle finding supplies here locally. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like when everything locked down, I bought everything off Amazon, and piecemealing, things from, buying thread from this spot, buying stabilizer from this spot, and I just want Discord. Thank y'all all. I could not. Ooh, I'm new, and I'm so excited to have found y'all. Y'all are amazing. So anyway, I just wanted to find one spot for embroidery, just one spot. Cha-ching. So. Okay, that's not the only thing that I did today. So one page on my website is podcast. Y'all, I love podcasts. Podcasts are the coolest things in the world. I listen to them every time I go for a walk. Like literally, like I'm like, what podcast am I listening to today? Am I going to learn about business, or am I going to learn about, recipes, or am I going to learn about the, new hip hop things? No, that's not really what I listen to, but you get what I mean. And so one day I was like, well, maybe I can learn about, some things embroidery and listen to some embroidery people. There ain't a podcast on embroidery out there. So isn't that what Blake Shelton does? So I decided, when I think there's a void, I like to fill it. There is no podcast for embroidery, and for us chit-chatting and talking, and for us to be walking down the street listening to things about embroidery. So Embroidery Aid it is. Embroidery Aid has a new podcast. Yes, we do. We as in me. So did I post it below? I don't know if I posted it. Oh, Tess says she sees the podcast button. So yes, I only have two. So the very first one that I put out was in November. And, starting to talk about plans for the year, bucket list. My bucket list in 2020 was to start a podcast. And it took me all the way till November to actually get all the information, get all the microphone, the hosting, the understanding, the I got the intro and the outro recorded. I got the podcast channel art done, all that. So that I could start it well, because I like to get all my ducks in a row before I do anything, just like with my Etsy and things like that. So all my ducks were in a row, and in November I put the very first one out, and then I was able to check off my vision board that I did it. I started a podcast, and then after that I did nothing, because then I didn't know what to do next. So now I've got a game plan. Now I plan on posting, is it called posting a podcast once a week, and it will just be chatting about different things, business related things that don't require the hands-on or eyes on that YouTube does. Some things might even be the same. It might be something that we've talked about on here, but when you're here, you're having to watch. You're having to be here. Well, podcasts you can do in the car, you can do on your walk, you can do on the treadmill. So, I mean, I think it will bring the same people, but just in different avenues that can listen and want to listen about embroidery. My goal is to have some of you guys on my podcast, and let's just talk. I want to know about how you started embroidery. What's important to you? I want to bring digitizers and people that are influencers in the field that have been selling blanks, or making designs, or have trade shows. I want all of that to be things that we can talk about. So I'm so excited. So that's my biggest surprise. But yeah, you can check out everything on embroidery.com. Again, just don't buy anything. Oh my gosh, y'all are scaring me that y'all are actually looking at it, but I'm excited too. It's out there. It's out there. Boom. Embroidery.com. I'm so excited about it. I just want it to be a community where you can come to find, what you need. So I do have on there, and maybe I can do a video to kind of go through the site, but I do have on there one-on-one coaching, if that's something you'd be interested in. And I'm trying to make it at a price point that would be so easy, just something that, is worth your time and my time, where we can just talk. If you have questions about how to start, or if you're in the middle of a project and you just want to talk through it, we can do that together. So that's there. Oh my gosh. Amber says she's obsessed with podcasts, but pretty much only listens to murder stuff. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, I do like listening to stuff. Like I said, I listen to such a wide variety of things on podcasts, but I love them. And I'm like late to the podcast game. I didn't know much about podcasting, or I didn't listen to it. I just used to always listen to my Dave Matthews when I would go running. That's kind of showing my age, but I love me some Dave Matthews Band. And when I realized that I could like learn as I exercise, and it would kind of take my mind off the fact that I was exercising, I fell in love with podcasting. So all right, let me go back up to where I was. I think y'all all filled in about what Discord. Yes, love it. So yeah, so the website is big. I haven't really launched that, but the podcast, I have that link below, I believe. That I'm officially launching that. Again, I started in November, but now I'm saying it out loud. I'm putting it out there in the World Wide Web that I plan to do a podcast a week. I hope. Okay, let's see. Bonnie Sue. Oh yeah, the Bonnie Sue. Let's do it. The 101 things we're going to embroider. Like maybe what I could do, y'all help me figure out how we can do this. Like maybe I can post a calendar, and we can all do like one of the things. I don't know. Let's figure it out. But when I saw that article, I was like, game on. I am going to embroider 101 different things, and we can do it together. I would love to, like, seriously. Yeah, let's do it. 101 things. I mean, a lot of the things are things I've already, not a lot. I take that back. There are many things on there that I've done. But I want to do them all, because I haven't done them all. And I want to prove that I can, that my Racoma machine, that, my baby, that they can do them, that we can do them. Okay. Oh, Tess says she sees the podcast button. Check it out. Literally 2 episodes. This won't take you 45 minutes to get through my entire podcast, the entire channel, but Oh, your name's Tickled, and I'm just tickled about this podcast. I'm tickled. Alicia says, who did your site? If you're talking about embroidery.com, I've got someone on Fiverr. Anyway, I just reached out to somebody to see if they would help. They were, it's a WooCommerce site, so it's different than Shopify. And I tried my darndest to put this thing together. Oh my goodness, Joe. I've had this idea for 2 years and this goal for 2 years. You can go back and look in my, goals, and this has been on there. And finally I was like, you know what, boom, let's just do it. This is the time. Once YouTube started just kind of growing, and it's just time. So I'm excited. I can tell you, I just can't remember his name right now, but I did reach out to somebody on Fiverr. He only does WooCommerce. So I say WooCommerce. Is that what I mean? WordPress. WooCommerce is the part of WordPress that is the selling add-on. So WordPress. He doesn't do Shopify, because I did ask. I'm like, okay, wait, now that you've done this for me, can you fix my Shopify site? And he doesn't know anything about that, he said. Can you post the Facebook again? I can't find it. So it's just Embroidery Aid. So www.facebook.com/embroidery aid. Is that how it would get to you? I think. So yeah, Amber likes murder. That's funny. Do you get something if we order Embrillions? Bonnie, a lot of my links are affiliate links. So that actually is a percent if you do, but that is just something they have just reached out to. I reached out to them. That's because I would recommend this, and I have recommended this from long before that, but yeah. But back to that, there is nothing that I will ever give you as an affiliate link that is not something that I 1,000,000% stand behind. That's just not worth it to me. It's just not. I want it to be a win-win for you and I stand by that 100%. And I hope you guys know, like, just with all honesty, it just, if I'm going to talk about a company, I would love for them to, thank me for that. And affiliate links are a way to do that. And I actually reached out to them to see if they had affiliates. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Test found embroidery.com podcast. Need to set a podcast would be so cool. Like, seriously, can't you imagine all, the group that we found? Again, tell me what the name of that group is. Tell me what that thing is. Discord. Can you imagine all of us, just chatting away on a podcast? Oh, so fun. All right, let's see. Go back up. Tess also found the coaching. So if you guys want that, that would be fun. Lily, the queen of, you're funny. All right, let's see. Why do I keep seeing your post about being obsessed with murder podcast, Amber? Yes, Tess, tips and tricks you can share on the podcast. That's my goal. I don't want this just to be y'all listening to me. I want it to be everybody. So yes. Let's see. Hi, the Monogram Entrepreneur. Ashley, I think, right? Thank you. Alicia likes murder podcast too. Well, maybe that's what we should be doing. Y'all are funny. Create an email list. I actually do. Well, no, I don't. I have that on embroidery.com. So you can subscribe to the newsletter, and that will create an email list for that. Group projects. Absolutely. So if you do go, again, it's not really launched, the website, but go check it out. But I do have on there where we'll do, my goal is to do stitch outs. I think I said weekly, but probably monthly makes more sense. But we could do where I actually would send you all the supplies you would need to do the stitch out together. So, this would require some serious planning on all of our parts. But say, for instance, Halloween's coming up and we want to do a dish towel, I don't know, a placemat, I don't know, just whatever Halloween things we could have a box put together. And, I will put in, the blank that we need for that item, the thread we need for that item, the stabilization we need for that item, and, package it up in a box. If you're interested in doing that stitch out, mail it out to you. And then we actually do the stitch out together live. So that's one of the things that I have on my list of things to do. Let's see. Tess says, can we share the one-on-one items we did on your Facebook page? Yes, I can share that. I'll share the link to that so we can all see the 101 items that we're going to all do as a challenge. Dawn says, maybe you could do it on a Discord post. That would be, I'm new to Discord. I don't really understand it, but I really like it. I think all the people that have included me and talked to me on there are just awesome. So, but yeah, I could add it to Discord. Maybe like a hashtag on there. I'm learning. Sheila says, fun to do the 101. Popped over there to the YouTube channel and watched a guy embroider on toilet paper. That is one of them. That is one of them. I've done that before. Let's see. Absolutely, Kim. Let's do it. Okay. Y'all are motivating me to make this a real deal. I love the challenge. I love the challenge. Let's do it. I'm gonna figure out how we're gonna do this. Figure it out. Okay, good. Dawn says the Facebook group is linked below. Good. So y'all come join that. Ask me whatever you want in there. Good. Tess has it there. Tess has the website. I love podcasts, but there are none of exactly. I mean, so really I listen to just random things. I listen to like business ones, but nothing specific to embroidery. So I want this to be our space. I want us to claim it as a community. I want us to claim it as a group. And I just can't wait to like have people on to talk to them. There's so many possibilities and I want you guys to help grow it. Alicia, let's do it. I would love to. You can be my first guest. I don't know how to do that yet, but we're going to figure it out. We can do it together. Oh, why am I saying Amber? I'm sorry, Kelly. I should know that. Kelly. I keep calling you Amber. I'm sorry. It's okay. Your murder posts are probably fine. I don't have my own Discord group, but maybe should I do one? I don't know how that works. Like, should people have their own? Maybe I can set one up and then we can kind of go back and forth between them. Well, look, Renee says, oh, good night. Oh, Tammy, I'm saying embroidery aid. AID. I guess I should spell that. So where did that name come up from? The name came from a play on words because my business name is Embroidery Nurse. And so I'm trying to think like, well, I want to help people embroider. Well, who helps nurses? A nurse's aide. I mean, they're like literally the backbone of a hospital. Just FYI, they just are. They're the backbone of just care in general. So it's kind of a play on the word, embroideryaid.com. I think Kelly, not Amber, did say that there. So embroidery aid. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Laura's Lace Fabrics. She has an Etsy shop. You sell lace and cotton fabric. And now I'm going to start a new embroidery shop. Awesome. Absolutely. You'll have to link us so we can know where to buy fabric. That's awesome. Sounds like a subscription plan. I don't really have it set up to be a subscription, but maybe that'd be fun. I wanted it to be where if that project sounded fun, you could join in. Because maybe everything doesn't sound fun to you, or maybe you just don't have time, in the summer to do it. So, I mean, there's so many possibilities, but I think it would be fun in the sense of, you could try some new things and you wouldn't have to go out and buy all the individual pieces. I could include those in the box. So, yeah, I think that would be awesome. Mary says, Carly B does a sip and stitch too. She's fun to watch. Sometimes I love to stitch along. I think you would do great too, though. Well, thanks. I think it would be fun. And it's always fun to watch, other people. I have a hard time working and talking. So y'all, I think I've caught up with all of the comments. Y'all are awesome. I thought I was going to get on here and not have anything to say. I told my husband I'd be doing this for about 30 minutes. And look at here. We're 1 hour and 44 minutes in. So I did want a couple of things that I did have down. So y'all already know about my podcast. And so I'm super excited. Embroideryaid.com. No, embroideryaid.com is the website. You can go to that. You can actually link to, no, you can't. Yeah, you can find the podcast on there. I'm still trying to tweak that. I'm also trying to tweak my YouTube videos on that. So anyway, a lot of that I'm trying to work on and tweak. So again, you're my beta group. Don't be telling too many people yet because I haven't quite figured it all out. But it is my passion and I'm excited. So I did want to tell y'all, we had talked in a video before about naming my machine. And I asked for suggestions and you guys rocked it. I said I needed an S because I have Susie and Sally down there and I needed to know how to name my beast, my Racoma, my 15 needle. And you guys knocked it out of the park. And I had more comments for the name Stella. And there it is, Stella. Meet Stella. This is Stella. I thought that was perfect, right? Perfect. So we got Susie, Sally, and Stella. It just sounded more like, yeah, Stella. So if you hear me referring to Stella, that's my Racoma. Okay. And some other people have been asking me about my blooper video. I put a video on there when I royally screwed up a shirt where I just wasn't paying attention. I flipped the shirt up to change the bobbin and I changed the bobbin, walked away and never remembered to flip the shirt back down. So I stitched the darn ruffle onto the shirt. And so I popped on real quick, just a random live, and was talking about how I love to salvage things. I tried and 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 I tried. And it didn't. Just as an FYI, I ended up ending the video because I think the phone died or I needed to be somewhere. But I did not salvage that one. So I tried. I put in the time, I put in the effort, but luckily I had another shirt in that size. But I just wanted to give y'all a heads up that sweet little wolf pack shirt did not make it. Okay. Someone asked where I buy my glitter vinyl. I'm going to go through the questions. I had answers to all these questions that I had. Mickery World. Someone asked specifically, Mickery World. Love this stuff. Actually, because I keep buying this color so often, I ended up buying a roll of it. So that's an option. Mickery World is where I get that. What size needle do I use? I use the Microtex needle for everything, the 8012. When I say everything, I mean everything. Okay, let's say that again. What do I use it on? Everything. Everything. Do I change? Never. Do I change it for that? Nope. Do I change it for that? Nope. When I put that on, do I change? Nope. No. 8012. Microtex needle. I use it for everything. Someone says, how often do I change them? When they break? Okay, that's probably not the right answer. I'll research when I'm supposed to change them. I don't change them. I mean, unless I cannot figure out why something isn't working and then maybe I change it. But I do get my machine serviced regularly because I found out that to be a just huge reason, business expense that I just have to do. What I'm excited about is the Racoma. I service it. I'm being taught how to take care of that. I don't have to take this 350 plus pound machine anywhere. Thankfully, because I couldn't. It ain't moving. My baby locks, my husband has to lift up. We have this whole lift, put it on the table, push the table, lift, put it in the car. And I don't like doing it. I really don't. And now I don't even know the town where I bought them. So now I don't even know how I'd get them serviced. There's no one out here at the beach that services machines. Can't even buy fabric out here. So what was the question? Oh, what size needle and when do I change them? 8012, everything. Did I say everything? When I do the 101 embroidered items, I mean, everything. They're going to be on every single one of those. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Where do you find your favorite monograms? My favoriteest monograms, like high quality. They're all high quality. I don't mean to say that. No, they're not. I do mean to say that. They're not all high quality. Some things you buy are not digitized well, but Apex Embroidery, boom. Absolutely love them. Schuler Designs, when you're talking about like, woo, Southern elegant Schuler Designs. Itch to Stitch, just your basic monograms, amazing. Alphalicious, one of the first embroider digitizers that I've ever found. Embroidery Boutique, Applique Alley, Applique Market, Creative Appliques. Those are a lot of the ones that I've used. Somebody asked where I get my blanks. It depends on what you're asking, which blanks you're looking for. And let me tell you how it progressed with time. I started with de-stash sites, right? There's all these de-stash sites on Facebook. And I would buy things that people were selling for cheap. Let me tell you, that ain't the way to go. I quickly learned the reason they're de-stashing that stuff is because nobody will buy it from them. If nobody's going to buy it from them, they're not going to buy it from me, and then I'll be stuck with it. Ooh, Julie, Plain Applique. Yes, I love them too. I don't know why I didn't have them down. They have some of the cutest alphabet applique sets. Really good. I like those. I do like those. Okay, so then I started going to buy-in groups. Love buy-in groups to a point. Buy-in groups are, groups on Facebook where you go in together. There'll be a business owner and you'll go in together and you'll try to meet the minimum order quantity to buy things in bulk. So, if a company says you have to buy 100 of something, then somebody will say they want 5, somebody will say they want 15, somebody will say they want 20, up until you get to the 100 minimum order quantity before that business owner will place the order. So you go in together to get those, things. Some people would put in, a post on their group of this is what I'm selling. And if they were able to sell, 6 of them, then they would add 6 to the order. And so those are great. In the beginning, amazing way to go. I highly recommend Totally Blanks. That's an amazing owner, Wendy, that I've worked with, for the past, couple of years. She is amazing to work with. I've had some buy-in groups that just were a flop. So you have to be careful with those as well. Buy-ins can be difficult because generally you're buying something that's going to be a pre-order, and I hate pre-orders. I've talked about it before. They just don't work good in our society of wanting things immediate. So just be careful with those. When I started making the entire minimum order quantity on my own, I realized that sometimes I don't need someone to buy them for me, that I could do it myself. So I did start going straight to different places to buy things, because I could, and why is my shirt? I could buy them myself. I could reach the whole minimum order quantity on my own. And then I got to a point where pre-orders, nope, don't do them. But if I saw something and I thought it would be popular, then I would go ahead and just buy, 40 of them, because then I could list them and I would have them available to, pump out quickly. So then, from there, as my business grew, I started applying for wholesale accounts with different places. So I've got wholesale accounts with probably 10 different companies right now. Some I use weekly, some, I haven't used in a while. So it's just different things that I use at different times. So again, de-stash sites, buy-in groups, buying directly, and wholesale groups. Those are different places that I buy. So I buy different things from different places at different times. Okay. Good night to anyone that's leaving. Oh my goodness, Princess Custom. She said that a big scratch in your car. Yeah, those things are no joke, are they? I mean, they're so heavy. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I saw Sewing Seeds Designs. I think I've seen those. definitely. Y'all put any recommendations you have. And yes, Kelly, Designs by Juju. Did I not say that one? I definitely have some monogram fonts or fonts without doubt, by Designs by Juju. I do like those. Okay, Maxman says she's a beginner embroidering for now. I do it by hand. I don't know how to do machine. I mean, I don't know how to be hand embroidery. So I applaud you for that. I bet it's amazing. And I bet it is. I mean, just it's an art form in itself for sure. So good machines. I have Baby Locks and I have Racoma. And both of them have been amazing. A lot of people will start with the Brother PE 800. That's a good one. But I've heard they're like impossible to find right now. But I always suggest going big. Start if you can. The bigger, the better, because then you won't have to keep buying up to the next level. Good night. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Okay. Any other questions that I didn't go over that I had planned on it? So I told you I named my girl Stella. I did have someone ask about doing a stabilizer 101 video. And so I do plan on adding that because I know that would be really helpful to everybody. Amanda asked how I like my new machine. I think I've told y'all, I really do love it. I was very intimidated at the beginning when it came. It just looked so big and so commercial and just so industrial. But really when you break it down, it's just a beast as far as what it can do. And like I said, what I feel like I can do with it. And I'm excited. I haven't used that big frame yet, but y'all, it's coming. I still want to do from a new house, a huge monogram on a shower curtain. And I'm excited about doing that. I want to do just a big old monogram on there. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. I did them all that I had prepared. And I didn't really have to prepare any because you guys are so awesome. So I think I'm going to call it a night, but I really appreciate all you guys popping on today. This is so fun. And I love this. This is way more fun than me doing an edited question and answer video. I loved you guys popping on and chatting, and you ask amazing questions. So let me know what you think about the podcast and the website, and what you hope to see in the future, or what you need. I think that would be awesome. Let's see, one more question. Did you ever post a video of your room in your new space? I have not, because honestly, I moved in November 17th and it's still kind of a hot mess, but I do love it. It was made for me. It's a dream room. It really is. So I'll do, once I clean it up, I'll show it better. Like, the reason I did that video of my room in my last house was because my house was on the market. So I had to keep it top notch, beautiful. So I'm like, this is the best time to do it because it doesn't normally look like this. Okay. I think I've answered all the questions that I see. So good night, guys. Questions, anything, just let me know. I'll try to do another question and answer at least once a month, if not more, if you guys feel like this was helpful. It's just fun to chat. It's just fun to, talk to people that are in the embroidery world, because I don't know if you're like me, but I don't have my close friends don't do embroidery. They certainly don't do YouTube. So it's just fun to get on here and talk with people that, do things that I do. So I see you. And I look forward to stitching something with y'all soon. Good night, guys. Happy New Year. Whoop, whoop. Bye.